Hello, welcome to Spoken in Justice, where we put the criminal justice system in the dock. I am Barbara and I'm one of the directors here at Spoken in Justice. We at Spoken in Justice thought that you, our community, may be interested to know who we are and what has motivated us to set up Spoken in Justice. In a previous video, Anna shared with you some of her story and her motivation for setting up Spoken in Justice. So in this video, I will be telling you a little about myself. Before I retired from full-time employment in 2019, I worked within the NHS for 25 years. I loved working there and I got a great deal of satisfaction working for an organisation that I truly believe is for the benefit of everyone. During that time, apart from my official job, I was also an active trade unionist. I was on the branch committee and I spent time, both in working hours and my free time, helping union members who had found themselves needing support from the union. This involves support on, for example, disciplinaries, grievances, and pay grade disputes. In this role, I sought to support these members both practically and emotionally, and to achieve a successful outcome for that individual. This role gave me a great deal of satisfaction. When I finally retired, I was determined that I would not be spending my time watching daytime TV. I have many interests and activities that fill my time. For example, I am a volunteer at a National Trust property where I am a room guide, and I also sing in a local choir. So when we were in lockdown during the COVID pandemic, this was a particularly challenging time for me. In an effort to avoid daytime TV, I even took up painting. Pictures, that is, not decorating. Like most of the public, miscarriages of justice would only come to my attention with high-profile cases reported in the mainstream media. Most of us have heard of the Birmingham 6 and more recently the post office scandal. What the media rarely ever tells us is much about the long-term devastating effects this experience has on the victim and their families. I think the general public perception is that miscarriages of justice are very rare occurrences, but as we know, many miscarriages of justice do not get much, if any, media exposure. And I think, therefore, it is also a public perception that the figures are lower than they actually are. The only cases that we hear about in the mainstream media are the ones where the victim has managed to get the conviction overturned. For those still fighting their case as convicted criminals, the view is often that there is no smoke without fire. Those of you who have joined our community are probably either victims or family and friends of victims, and you will know how difficult it is dealing with the criminal justice system. I witnessed what happened to a friend and their family when they became the victim of a miscarriage of justice. It is awful beyond words. When you know someone well and you know they are not guilty, the frustration is immense. Knowing you are not guilty of a crime you have been convicted of has to be one of the worst experiences to happen to anyone ever. Even when dealing with grief and the death of a loved one, we do eventually come to terms and move on. With a wrongful conviction, even if it is overturned at a later date, the damage done to that individual and their family remains. In October, Anna and I had the opportunity to attend a meeting in Birmingham of FACTS, which is the Falsely Accused Carers and Teachers group. It was an opportunity to meet their members and hear stories of others who had experienced miscarriages of justice. At that meeting, listening to some of these people relate their personal experiences of wrongful conviction was truly awful. Each story that I listened to made me constantly revise my belief that I could no longer be surprised. The damage inflicted on the victim by the criminal justice system is truly shocking. When Anna asked me to support her with this venture, I was very happy to be able to commit my time and give support to it. We at Spoken in Justice want to assist with informing the wider public that the criminal justice system can and does let the individual down, and that it happens much more than they realise. Many of you in our community here at Spoken in Justice have been the victim of a miscarriage of justice or have been witness to family or friends going through this. We are very keen to learn what has motivated you all to join our community, and we look forward to you sharing your stories with us. I hope that you have found this video interesting, and if so, please like to enable a wider circulation. If you have not already done so, please can you also subscribe to this channel to be part of our community and help us grow. Also, you can join our networking hub at spokeninjustice.net. You will be supporting our ongoing conversation about making positive change and addressing the shortcomings in our criminal justice system. Join us again next time. We look forward to usher you as we sit and rise in this unique trial.